How's it, local swell trackers? The middle of October, Sunday the 14th. GQ dropping in. Thanks for clicking in. Here's the jet stream. It's pretty decent. We got some 140 to 180 knot winds there on this large upper scale wind flow, west to east. Helps get those storms spinning down at the surface. Whenever you see it dip down like this, you see the circulation here, that will get a spinner down at the surface, and that's for sure what we see this week. We get the biggest northwest swell of the season by far so far, 8 to 12 plus. I'll get to that. The setup here in the jet stream is the reason why. Starting these in, weakens, it levels off, but not before that storm was formed. Then we get a severe dip, and it splits off here to our north. Whenever it splits off like that, it's not conducive. You think that's going to be sending a direct hit towards us, but it doesn't. We do go relatively quiet after this big swell here midweek. But this is Thursday's outlook. Again, it starts to come off Japan, fairly elongated and consolidated. We like that. The more energy in the upper atmosphere, 30,000 plus feet up, the more can be imparted down to the surface. We have enhanced probability here for the long haul. We're going to do a little hindcasting and then get caught up to the present. This is going back last weekend. This system here moving our way with a captured fetch. Although there's just minor gales, some 18-foot seas, it did lead to a nice 3 to 5, maybe 6 foot northwest to northwest swell last Tuesday. Let's start these in. You can see it fades off pretty quick into Sunday, but not before that swell was generated our way. This is Sergio over here that delivered some decent east swell from its north flank as it spins counterclockwise. It stayed put and then traveled back the other way, which is highly unusual. We didn't get much north swell from this guy, but just a little all last week. Taking a look over here off of Japan, last Sunday the 7th, a week ago, this was former Typhoon Kongray, which ended up in the Sea of Japan earlier, only to come out of the Westpac into the Westpac as a cold core low last Sunday, Monday, and it sent some decently fun waves, although it was fairly weak. It did lead to some fun west-northwest Thursday, Friday in that 3, maybe 4 foot range. Starting in the animations, you can see it ended up here on the dateline, finished up its track up towards the Gulf. Continuing on, watch Sergio head back the other way and pound the coast with tons of waves and weather. We went into a semi-quiet period here. This was Friday. We get just a tiny fetch from this guy here that will boost us up to 3 or 4 feet late Sunday into Monday. The buoys did pop today from that culprit right there. Slight captured fetch, but super weak and didn't last very long. So this thing's not going to be, it will not be over 4 feet, and we're hoping for at least 4. Real action kicks in today on the models with some seas up to near 40 feet in this guy. Storm force gales and even higher, and a beautiful captured fetch as it heads southeast, weakening into Monday the 15th with a large fetch on its southwest flank. It's well on our side of the date line, actually nosing to our longitudes, about 900 miles away here, and then it fades off on Tuesday, but not before delivering 8 to 12 plus. This has a potential to hit 15 feet on the outer reefs. The models are suggesting up to 10 feet at 15 seconds, and the peak would be from the northwest Wednesday. The Women's Waimea Bay Championships, the Red Bull Queen of the Bay event, will be taking a look at it. Winds will be light trade winds, but it's likely to be marginal Waimea. Starting in the animations again, we quiet down just a little bit. There is some activity here Thursday the 18th up off of Kamchatka. That little storm stays fairly zonal, but then starts to have a southeast track towards us. Models are indicating a potential 4 to 6 foot swell Wednesday the 24th from this culprit right here as it weakens into the period. It does get close to us, and again, whenever you have a following fetch or captured fetch, the fetch follows the storm center's track and allows the seas to reach their full potential. We'll go ahead and take a look at the surface winds of the big storm right here. It's a very wide fetch, as you can tell. All in all, that will be the main event for a while. Here's that last one for next week. But this is the guy right here. Now, most of its energy, as you can tell, a lot of its energy will be passing us off to our northeast, but it's wide and broad enough to easily be delivering some 20-foot faces, cracking the outer reefs Wednesday. Taking a look at the swell periods, here it comes right here. These are all the south-southwest swells that we've been having. Let's take a look at this guy right there. Those are some 19-second forerunners, and they're nearing us here on Tuesday, and we'll be popping the buoys and peaking once again it'll be here first thing Wednesday morning. Continuing on the swell periods, you can see stuff trying to get up from the South Pac, and we get a little bit of this northwest swell that's heading our way for Wednesday the 24th. Okay, down under is looking really good as well. You see this meridional flow. Anytime we see it going west to east, that's zonal. We like them when they meander like a snake. There's a lot of energy. It's a very broad jet stream, and it does point up towards us. Several of these within the 7-day forecast period. It lasts a long time as well, allowing a system to stay put within this system at the surface. We have really classic south-southwest swells in the forecast. Here's that second northeast tilt. Here's the third one right there on Sunday the 21st. That's 3 in 1 week. We haven't seen that all year. By far, October will surpass what we had this entire summer. Finishing off the animations, look at that. It's a straight north flow right there. And we do have something late in the models that does get spawned and steered within this jet stream flow right here for a straight south swell, but it's a little far out, and we'll just take a closer look at it in a few days. The southern jet looks like it's going to remain strong here with wind speeds up to 180 knots. Okay, we're taking a look at the surface winds that create the sea swells that travel 4,000 to 5,000 miles to our southern beaches. This is going back last Sunday. See a lot of broad fetch here. A lot of it's passed out of our swell window, but it's broad enough. This is what's going to help bring us up for Monday, Tuesday. We're hoping for some solid 4-foot south-southwest swell into Tuesday. The Wednesday will be declining, but we have a beauty coming on late Friday into Saturday, and really especially getting above advisory levels Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, and even Wednesday of the following week. We'll take a look. Again, that's going to be our Monday, Tuesday swell up to about 4 feet south-southwest, 15 seconds. And then things really start getting started here with that flow towards us. There you go. 55-knot winds. That's storm force gales. That's enough to build seas well over 30 feet. And it's pointing up our way. Rolling these out, see how broad it gets, even though it does have some east track in it. So the swells in the open ocean created by those surface winds we were just looking at, though the swell that we just had is off the charts. These are because it takes about 7 days from way down here by the Ross Ice Shelf far southeast of New Zealand. We'll start these in. Again, that's that Monday, Tuesday swell. It's going to be really fun, decently overhead. We got to wait a bit, and things will start to get going right here with some near 38 foot. So this storm this weekend has a nice northeast tilt to it. Even though it does weaken into Sunday, we get a little bit of extra support added to it. Should give us a long-lasting event, filling in late Friday super slow, still filling all day Saturday, 18 to 20 second forerunners on the 20th, getting up to 6 feet on Sunday into Monday solid, and maybe even 3 to 5 on Tuesday the 23rd. Wow. Okay, continuing on with that particular storm, we're just looking at the surface winds. Here they are again. And then I'm going to roll these out. We have yet another one with yet another storm force gale with a wide fetch and a northeast track. This time it's the middle of the upcoming week all the way through Friday. And this one gets up to just to the top of New Zealand. The closer the proximity, the less swell decay, and usually the bigger the surf. This one has a chance to get up to 4 to 6 feet Thursday the 25th into Friday the 26th, and still be cranking into Saturday, but maybe not lasting quite as long as the preceding storm. Remember, these are both coming within a 7 to 10 day time frame, which is unreal. Okay, one last look here at Sunday's swell, and it has a little bit of a follow-up behind it. And then here comes that one, the final one in the group. And then we get that straight south swell in the long range. Thanks to the swells we've just had for both town, country, and east, we should be in a little bit better shape to handle the upcoming swells. Okay, the swell periods from those beautiful storms we were just looking at. 20-second forerunners coming up here, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Things getting a bit stuck. Okay, rolling out the swell periods. Here we go for the upcoming weekend and the middle of next week. 20-second forerunners on both of them. Here comes the last one. It's just going to be epic. We're about 1 click here above 10 north at 20 north. And so right as these leave your view here at the top of the box, we're about a day away. Alrighty, let's take a look at a different model. This is windy.com, and here's the beauty marching our way for the 8 to 12 plus, the winter caliber event. Wednesday, taking a look down under. This is the south-southwest beauty. That'll be pumping us up this weekend, especially Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of the upcoming week. Taking a look at the hand-drawn surface charts. There's the low pressure. It's front, far to the northwest of us. There is a ridge that has helped to back off the trades nearing the islands. There's an area of trophiness over the Big Island and a front, a weak cold front moving down as well. That weakening front will pass through Oahu this evening and continue to push southeastward. Scattered showers expected along as the front moves through, and then that trough of low pressure over the Big Island will slowly dissipate through the afternoon, and evening showers expected here. Things should start to improve, especially by Tuesday as high pressure builds to the north of the islands, and we have some remnant moisture left behind. So again, the red line here is that trough. This is the weak front from this low pressure here. The orange jagged line is the ridge from the high pressure, and again, here's that next front from the low pressure that's bringing us some serious waves. Could be warning level just below it, well above advisory levels. Now we're jumping from the surface hand-drawn charts up to the water vapor loops. Features about 20,000 feet up into the atmosphere. The intertropical convergence zones down here. You got the thunderstorms lightening up, but they stay down there. The area of trophiness being pulled up from the southwest for the Big Island. But all in all, Oahu, Maui, we're in a fairly stable air mass, as you can tell by the brown, dry, sinking air. But we are fairly surrounded, and things getting back to normal. Again, Tuesday, there could be some more activity, another potential cold front moving through this coming weekend, but we'll wait and see. Here we are over here towards the left corner. This low pressure here brought us a little bit of a north swell. There's the clouds being pulled up by that area of trophiness over the Big Island. You can see the big spinner up here that it was pointed out by the hand-drawn surface charts and all the models I've been showing you. Drilling down a little bit further, I'll tell you highs will be about 85 to 87, lows about 70, 72. Light winds through the period. We do get a brief return of trade winds tomorrow. We get up to 10 to 20 from the northeast. Then they're backing down again from Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. You can see a northerly tilt to the clouds, a northerly direction, those northeasterly winds, plus sea breezes this afternoon. Did mush things out. And we do have some rain offshore and upstream mostly. But all in all, who cares if we have lousy weather when we have great waves? There's your local swell tracker. I'll be back next weekend. Stay tuned, and thanks for staying here to surfnewsnetwork.com. Mahalo.